Arcane Odyssey is a game of stories, magic, piracy, and most importantly, naval combat. One of the pesky fiends you will find in your journey through Arcane Odyssey is the Grand Navy. Whether you are a regular player trying to go around as a good citizen, trying to get rid of pirates, or whether you are in fact a criminal or a villain in Arcane Odyssey, you will come across the Grand Navy. You will not like the Grand Navy, unless of course you join the Grand Navy. Even still though, you may not like this, as players regularly hunt Grand Navy players, because nobody likes Grand Navy players, as they are the goody-goody two-shoes hall monitors of Arcane Odyssey. Now, starting with the lowest rank, the Marines. The Marines are the backbone of the Grand Navy. They are the most common Grand Navy NPC you will come across in your long journey throughout Arcane Odyssey. Without the Marines, the Grand Navy simply just wouldn't work. The Marines man your cannons, they guard in front of Shield Guard and Silverhold, the two Grand Navy bases that are currently been implemented in the Bronze and Nimbus Sea. They are the 11th and lowest ranked NPCs in the Grand Navy, identifiable by their white sailor shirt and cap. Marines are often found occupying the generic 3 spots on most Navy ships in the Bronze Sea and Nimbus Sea, as I have just stated, as well as they are the main ship crew for Grand Navy players, although they serve no other function other than to just be a visual role. Higher level Marines can also be found as captains on basic Navy ships, or in the quartermaster spot on reinforced Navy ships. Many Marines, all strictly level 15, will spawn around and within Silverhold. Marines also appear as targets for low-level NPC assassination contracts in the Bronze Sea. However, if you keep killing the same Bronze Sea NPC, it will get stronger and go through other ranks, as I am about to state now. Marines, unlike all the other ranks, have no variety in their builds, and they are literally just the blank paper slate that you can see literally whenever you fight a Marine. They are not hard to kill, and if you die to an NPC who is a Marine, quite frankly, just quit the game. They usually use a cutlass, a musket, or flintlocks, all easily dodgeable weapons if you use magic or a fighting style that has ranged abilities. This is much like their negative counterpart, the Assassin Acolytes, who we will talk about in the next video. The second rank in the Grand Navy you can reach are the Vice Captain rank. As NPCs, they will reach level 40 to level 79 and are identifiable from their blue sailor shirt and blue cap, which is directly identical to the Marines' blue suit instead. Now, you can reach this by reaching 75,000 fame, or a Marine can reach this after spending 4 years as a Marine, and it will become a Vice Captain. Now, a Vice Captain is usually found as a captain on a reinforced Navy ship, or a quartermaster on a fortified Navy ship in the Bronze Sea, and heavy Navy ships in the Nimbus Sea. Now, they may also spawn as crew members on very high-leveled notoriety ships, mainly when you are committing heinous crimes, for example, killing castaways, stealing way too much, or you've just defeated every single Navy ship that's come your way, and they usually come just to annoy you because a level 175 player is strong, but when it has to fight 12 vice captains all ranging up to essentially level 80, maybe 2 captains which range to level 120, and even stuff like rear admirals, commodores, or even majors, depends. You are not surviving that. You will literally just have to leave the game if your notoriety is that high. Just leave the game or reset character before anyone comes near you that's a marine, because the second you get hit by a marine spell, you are cooked. You are literally cooked. And if you are a high notoriety player, likelihood is you either are a noob that is kidnapping chests way too much or stealing cargo, or you are a high level pro player who will probably be able to win. But if you're already in a clan with tons of renown or bounty, you're cooked. Just sign out. Vice captains usually are found as senior ship technicians who are in charge of the Marines when they are junior technicians and engineers. They also guard very weak criminals when they are getting executioned, and they can be found in assassination contracts that are also low level but very close to anywhere. And starting from the vice captain rank, you will regularly see vice captains with magic fighting styles, spirit weapons, or just normal weapons. So yeah, that's the vice captains. The third rank a NPC or player can reach is a captain, which NPCs will reach after achieving 1 rank of service as a vice captain. Now they are identifiable by their white suits, white captain hat, and a blue cape, often found on fortified navy ships in the Bronze Sea and heavy navy ships in the Nimbus Sea. They can also appear as quartermasters on the heavy navy ships in the Bronze Sea and armored navy ships in the Nimbus Sea. 2 captains level 100 and 110 will spawn on the roofs of Silverhold. Many captains are usually around level 100, and they spawn in Shield Guard. They also appear as targets for mid-level assassination contracts in the Bronze and Nimbus Sea. Now, regular citizens that hail from anywhere in the War Seas will not be able to reach this rank due to the mainly favoritism of Astorian citizens that usually hail from Silverhold and Shield Guard when they used to be just Astorian provinces and Palo Town. Now, a regular player can, however, reach this, as their strength is second to none if they put their mind to it, but a regular citizen will usually stick at vice captain and essentially be cannon fodder. The fourth achievable rank by a player, and the first achievable rank that is only really achievable by Astorian citizens in the world of Arcane Odyssey, are the lieutenants. Now, they are identifiable by a similar white suit and blue cape to the captain, but this also includes a blue captain this time, and blue pauldrons. The first time pauldrons are now seen on any Grand Navy NPC or player. They are rarely found on captains on fortified navy ships in the Bronze Sea or in the quartermaster spots, on high notoriety ships in the Bronze Sea and Nimbus Sea, but they are commonly found as captains on heavy or armored navy ships in the Nimbus Sea. 4 lieutenants around level 120 will spawn as shield guard, 2 outside the meeting room and 2 at the Navy Harbour. They also appear as targets for mid to high level NPC assassination contracts in the Bronze Sea and Nimbus Sea. As well as this, the lieutenants are usually a non-combatant role, usually just there to stand and look tough, and this role is achievable by spending 8 years as a captain and learning the ropes and going to many different meetings and learning essentially how to be a leader role. Essentially, they can also have rare spells and rare techniques, especially when they're over level 140.
I got this!
The Major is what you get when you cross a long-living mage with a Grand Navy player. Well, when a Navy reaches the lieutenants, they are often killed by high-level criminals, or they retire as they are too old to go jumping around trying to capture criminals, as after they have reached their term of the lieutenants, they are usually around 50 years old and are no longer able to fight. But being a mage who can live for 500 years, they can regularly become mages, who will check upon the lieutenants to make sure they are doing their jobs. Now, they have been observed to have second awakenings using 3 magics fighting styles, or using legendary tier weapons and magic auras, much like their negative renown counterparts, the Assassin Lords. The next rank achievable by a long-living mage NPC or the player is a commander, which is identifiable by the blue suit, black captain hat, white cape and the blue armor on their arms. Currently they are limited to only spawning on high notoriety ships or as assassination targets. Now usually these commanders will be people that have spent 20 long fruitful years in the majors and have narrowly avoided being assassinated by high-level assassin players or assassin NPCs and citizens hired by the lieutenants, who regularly try and get the mages assassinated when they believe the mages are on to their criminal tactics. Now, mages will sometimes become commanders or choose to stay in their role if they still miss the combatant-like role that they have to offer. Now, as a commander, you will regularly have to do lots of paperwork, lots of guarding high-level executives, royals from many different kingdoms, for example Ravenna and Samaria or Carax, which will be covered in a later video. Now, sometimes a commander will have accidentally managed to find a curse. Now, curses essentially make the young mage immortal and do get rid of the mage's ability to use magic. Now, when given a curse, you can turn into dead material and cannot die from old age. Now, I will do a video on curses at a later time, but today is not that time. The Commodore is the 5th highest ranking you can reach, and when you do manage to reach this, you will become a very sought after Grand Navy player. People will literally hunt you. You will have no free time when you play this game. When you play this game, do not expect to be able to fish in Ravenna. You will get attacked by maybe the entire server, or literally anybody who is currently fighting Lady Karina or King Calvis and has got bored because they keep dying. They will come after you. So yeah, be wary. If you want this, you will constantly be on your toes. People will constantly use sensing to try and find you. Commodore Kai also has this rank and can be found at Silverhold. Silverhold is the Bronzy Grand Navy base that, yeah, you can essentially try and take Silverhold, or even Shield Guard in the Nimbus Sea. It's very impossible. You'd need like 1,000 people to do that. I will talk about how to do that in a later video, but this is not that video. As I said with Sea Curses, I'm doing not that today. So yeah, that is the Commodores. So, you have ventured every corner of Arcane Odyssey. You have probably been to the Dark Sea 100,000 times. You are a well-known Elysium goer. You will probably know literally everyone that's in the Elysium server. And where does that get you? A very, very high ranking on the leaderboard. You will get to the top 28 on the Grand Navy leaderboard. You want to know what that is? Because there's only 14 in total of these guys. These are the Rear Admirals. They are the 4th highest ranking NPCs in the Grand Navy, identifiable by their black suit, blue and gold armor for their arms, a large blue sailor hat with the Grand Navy logo on it. And yeah, they don't have a cape this time. They are currently the highest rank to spawn naturally. They are very rarely found as captains on heavily armored and greatly armored naval ships on very high, I mean very high. You have to be doing very heinous things in the game to get these guys to track you. You have to have literally killed like 100 ships. I've tried this. They do not come for me. They are also found guarding execution platforms of the highest notoriety and bounty players, with higher tier Grand Navy NPCs being yet to be implemented. Yes, that means Vice Admiral and Admiral players will eventually appear in the future, probably when the next Dragon update comes. The Dragon update is not coming for a long time. Expect that. The Dragon update is probably not coming till next Christmas. It's already April. We still don't have Dragons VTEX. Add those dragons. But yeah, they will. The Rear Admirals are very mysterious, and usually to get this far, the player will have to sacrifice their mental sanity to get this high as a Rear Admiral. And you can tell that the Rear Admirals are very old. You will usually have to spend as a Astorian citizen even 200 years trying to get to this role. Now, they are never usually found in the Bronzy. You will usually only see them in the Nimbus Sea. If you see them in the Bronzy, you've done something bad. That means that you have been followed from the Nimbus Sea. If you see one of these, someone's either hacked it into the game, or there's a warlord or emperor of the sea in your server, which is kind of dangerous. So yeah, if there's a warlord or emperor of the sea in the server, leave the game. But yeah, that's Rear Admirals. There's not much about Rear Admirals apart from Rear Admiral Amelia, who uses gravity magic and Gale potions, I believe. Who is the Warden of Shield Guard. So yeah, he also adopts a very powerful cloak, which you should probably try your very hardest to get if you are trying to get a max power build. I will talk about max power builds later if you guys subscribe to me, because I do need a lot of subscribers. So yeah, I'm gonna do the next role now. I got this. Now, Vice Admirals are not currently spoken of in the wiki, but they are very, very, very rare. In the top 14, specifically, on the Grand Navy leaderboard. Now, Vice Admirals, you can tell someone is a Vice Admiral by their black suits, blue armor, a dark navy blue cape, and a white large sailor's hat. Now, regularly, these players will often be seen to do nothing but be in Elysium. You will rarely ever find any of these players in the normal sea, because if you do find any of these players in the normal sea, tell me how to find that. I need to know. I need to bounty hunt. My assassin build needs something like that. But yeah, the Vice Admiral is very, very hard to find because they usually don't use that build. Who could blame them? I wouldn't use that build. But yeah, Vice Admirals will be implemented maybe in the Premier Sea, which is the third sea which will be added in Arcane Odyssey. So yeah, that's all I know about the Vice Admirals. So yeah, on to the next. The Admiral or Admiral, depends on how you want to say it. I don't really care how you say it. I don't know. You say it how you want. But yes, the Admiral will never be your regular Astorian citizen. Your Admiral or Admiral, I don't know why I keep saying Admiral. I'm gonna say Admiral from now on, it's kind of funny. So, your Admiral will never be a regular Astorian citizen. They will be an Astorian elite or a member of the royal family. Because these are the strongest. They are guaranteed almost to have curses or be highly proficient in weapons at a level so skilled that even curse users flinch at the mention of their name. Like, imagine you're a regular curse user who's leading your current kingdom, and then you hear that Admiral Gomez is traveling to you because you have been reported to have been kidnapping other kingdoms' peoples. You're cooked! They will not come after you, usually. But there has been speculation that they don't take boats. There's been speculation that they will fly. I'm joking, these aren't speculations, these are things I'm just spouting. I'm spouting nonsense, because I don't know what an Admiral is. I've never seen an Admiral. But in the Dragon update, you may possibly see Admirals as Dragon users. Please pay no attention to that. That was the dumbest thing. Pay no attention to that. Admirals might exist, Admirals might not exist. If Admirals do exist, great. If Admirals don't exist, very great! But yes, I've never seen an Admiral and I never hope to. So yeah, on to the last and most final, most prestigious, most glorious role. The Glorious King! So, you woke up on an island and you see a castle. You go to the castle, they give you food. They ask you if you want to be a marine. You say yes. You rise to the ranks. Your name regularly being passed on in the whispers. You go from Vice Admiral to Major in a matter of months, and from there you reach the role of Commander. You stay in Commander for a year or two, and then you focus more on what you need to do. You then get higher and higher, and you reach the Admiral, and then you realize, what's the point if there's nothing above? Stay as the Admiral, fully awakened, known only as a legend. Lower Grand Navy NPCs salute you as you walk by. You have a black ship with dark blue sails, captains as a crew, instead of marines. And then, you see in the paper, the heroic sacrifice of the King Admiral will not be forgotten. The Navy expresses great sorrow at the loss of their leader. And you realize you weren't at the top. There was another role. The King Admiral. You train hard, harder even. You push for a third awakening, but nothing comes. And then, a Marine you didn't notice becomes appointed as the new King Admiral. The King Admiral is the leader of the Grand Navy. Now, 100 years ago, the King Admiral's parents were killed by pirates. So the Astorian king decided to reform the kingdom into the Grand Navy to combat piracy in the war seas. Upon its reformation, over 1,000 volunteers signed up to become a part of the Grand Navy, in hopes of improving trade, security, and happiness in the sea cluster. Eventually, they engaged in a series of wars against piracy, down to the last captain, Pirate Commodore Fulk of the Vermilion Dread. Despite the threat of piracy being thought to be eradicated a long time ago, the Grand Navy currently clashes against the pirate nation, the Corsair country, in their home turf, the marauding sea.